Counselor Jake's body is missing. Fuck this. This is some kind of a... yeah... was it the larger? Right, a corpse can't just vanish into thin air, and even if it could, it's not as though a strong wind could blah 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 blah. No, one of them must have been involved. As long as no one goes digging up Jake's coffin, I don't see how the crime could ever be traced back to me. So, Mayor, Cecil, Captain Aureus, Evelyn, or Esmeralda. Might as well take the skull. Explored some of this. Identified old copper amulet. Right, just a few extra hours of basically doing nothing and you're already more capable of spotting extra things. I think we're gonna go grave digging. Or at least talk to the guy who's handling the medicine graveyard.
Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit or a lovable prankster ghost? Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so. Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. I want to go home.
The dog probably...
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Here lies Kavanagh.
So many
Will
dead
they have
civilians.
Sicil pie in the
It's an honor
afterlife?
to visit the fallen.
Here lies Jake.
The fallen have
Please
no
do
use
not
for
disturb.
honors or visits.
Yeah, we're
Their
disturbing
days
it.
have passed, ours have not. Let us not waste them on pointless ceremony.
Sheep's corpse. Too long dead to work.
What is this? That's not Jake.
It's a
Rest in
rotting
peace,
sheep's corpse. It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
Do we take it? No, we don't have enough strength. What does the journal say?
Rest in peace, darling. May the seven keep you.
We dug up Jake's coffin and found that a sheep rather than Jake's body was buried inside. Clearly someone made off with the body, but who and for what purpose? It's imperative that we find out where the consul's corpse was taken.
May the seven keep you.
And he's eager to tell me something.
Rest in peace, darling.
In memory of Loni, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost loved ones rest in peace.
Tell me about yourself.
I once lived a prosperous life with my husband and our happy little daughter Loni. But when the undead plague broke out, my dear husband was among the first killed. Loni never recovered from the loss. And when a group of mercenaries, predators, more aptly called, came to town dangling the opportunity to annihilate those undead devils, Loni lapped up their rhetoric and joined without so much as a backward glance. She was killed less than a week after she joined. Here she lies, and here I stand, mourning the death of my last joy.
This dog we met, how true a creature he is. How loyal and unwavering in its affections. His master is dead, but not even this, not even nature's great betrayal of life, stops his warm-heartedness from beating. Animals, dog and deer, elk and eagle. We burden and butcher them, wretches that we are. These pillars of creation, we topple them, though their spirits are so very pure. They do not scheme, they do not deceive. Perfidy, that is the human condition.
Yeah, he's never owned a pet actually. He actually thinks that. These thieving sons of bitches they are. Manipulating at the very least.
This kind, this trusty beast. He is man's best friend, though man does not deserve one.
Yeah, the animals are no better than humans. They just don't know
May
any
the
better.
seven keep you.
You are human, all too human, and you place trust in your fellows. But one day, a stab in the back will tell you, I am right. I know, for I have lain on silken cushions in marble palaces, and I have lain on wet leaves in soggy forests. Vastly do I prefer the latter. Oh, the occasional thorn may pierce your skin, but at least you are aware the sting is not that of a poisoned needle hidden by aspiring rivals. In the animal kingdom only one is free. Beware the wolf. Yes, beware the bear. But their rules are honest. The kingdoms of man, they are built upon the blood of the ones not strong enough to lay claim to power.
As our animal social hierarchies too. I mean, usually their encounters are probably something that doesn't lead to death. Even creatures who have weapons to usually kill others, they tend to fight in ways that they don't hunt prey with. But
Rest in peace,
they
darling.
do kill each other too. Especially the social animals.
This dog, it is a creature worthy of your affection. The ones you see around you, the men and women of this world, they are not.
Bit antisocial, aren't you?
Rest
What is this?
Here lies Helen, killed by an enraged zombie. I'm sure we can talk this out. Here lies Jacques, the oldest
It's
man
not
in
strictly
Sightseeing.
speaking a grave,
Get
it's
off
just
my grave,
a
you
mound, suspicious mound.
jackanapes.
May the Seven keep you.
It's roots. Okay. Did not expect this. But I certainly didn't expect it to be a grave either. So, not sure what I expected. There are some graves here. I mean coffins. There's fire. Someone has to be here. Okay. I don't have to click the X every time, just simple space bar will close it, or I guess it loots all. There's an oil barrel, a lot of sources of fire. That reminds me, could we take the oil with us? Maybe a bottle of oil? Some kind of container of oil anyway. Bucket of oil. Yeah. A vial would be more likely. If it's not intended in that way, let's go with cloths, perhaps. We could do a torch. Yeah, this wouldn't be the first step. With one piece of cloth and I'll probably do firestorm grenades like that. Cloth, bottle, oil. Do we need something extra for that? You sort of do, but the game might not require it. Do we have bottles? I seem to recall bottles. Yeah, bottle of wine. Bottle of beer. Empty bottle. Yes. Yeah, the order is sort of confusing. There's no telling what exactly do we need at what stage. How about claw? Undead swordsman. I don't know how to effectively use the oil. I'm sure it matters. Fumbling undead mage, couple swordsmen. All of my guys get to do their turn first.
I need to speed things up.
It's a star firefly. How does this work? Draw your own fire surface in a line. The line starts at your position. Click on the terrain to create a line until you have reached the line's maximum length. 15 meters. Can I just... I don't really get this.
A fire from your brute soul to your hell!
Don't see that we can do anything really useful. Water surface. More resistant to fire spells. I'm inclined to do this simply because fire user.
It never rains, but it
Oh,
pours,
that's
eh?
quite a bit longer area than I thought. A larger area that'll just put out the fires. Do I actually take a lot of damage? I took a massive amount of damage. And this is why we should have had the ability to avoid surfaces.
I can smell your fear!
Yeah, this was a horrible idea. The entire point of making this was I wouldn't have to do this. Regeneration on her is enough trouble already as it is. The mage's turn is next. Going to play her out of the fight. Battering ram. We do a knockdown. Knockdown fail. Well, that's not too big of a problem though.
I
Right.
needed that.
Yeah, the regeneration will work for a while. They'll probably heal me to full. No, it already ended. Right. Eat something. I need to know what some of the effects of the foods are that I've been preparing. Probably had pizza or something.
Back on my feet again.
Constitution, negative speed, heals plus 10%. It lasts for a while, so we'll get multiple heal effects. No. It'll heal at the start and the end. Right, we're in good enough health condition though. Right. Definitely need to get the ability that allows us to ignore surfaces.
I don't have the right tool for mining.
Okay. What is this? It's a mining location. What exactly is the right tool for mining? Holy shit. Skeletal Scorcher. Looks like a flamethrower guy. Hunted Swordsman. Archer Swordsman. I wonder if he's gonna exclude. I don't really have any long range abilities I can use. Something to work. Something that we need to fix. Right. I would assume he's fairly well protected against fire. Damage of target increased by 40%. You take it. He's fairly sturdy, nothing super amazing. You. What exactly can we do? We have 7 action points to use. We could try to stun him. Frozen status. I would imagine he's very resistant to frozen because he's basically on fire. We try to do a rain shocking the grass combo. Blitzbolt. Okay, this would keep him stunned for a single round, which is probably... Okay, throw an item or a character up high and drop it on the ground. 43 to 53 crushing damage. Can be moved away from its position. That's actually what would be a more useful one. Because I could remove it a little bit further. Maybe close the archer so it explodes. Got double benefit from that. Not much we can do. They'll get closer, maybe get an attack in or two. Nothing too amazing. Swordsman probably won't be able to do anything. He has to move so much I doubt he can attack. 6 action points to attack with 2 weapons. Need. No. Why does the action point cost is doubled? I haven't been paying attention to my character apparently. +2 to yeah, we are using a weapon that we don't have the level for. That's... I can't really do anything about the issue now. But yeah, this has been a terrible mistake.
Is at hand.
Yeah, he exploded as I sort of suspected. Didn't realize it would be quite this bad though. Well, the swordsman is done for.
I needed that.
Yes, you did. Swordsman can't move, it'll die immediately because it's on a fire. So what we need to do is try to figure out a way to deal with him. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go into the fire.
I must focus.
Bit worried about the durability, but it seems to handle shooting quite well. The skeleton won't be able to do anything anymore, so I'm not too worried about it.
I need water.
What's this?
For fuck's sakes,
I
people.
found something.
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
So I should have been able to separate these before doing any kind of a movement. Definitely a lot to learn about how to do these technical positioning crap. Enemies have basically been sort of unimpressive overall, but my own screwing about has been the source of most trouble. Key under the bucket, please. Okay, this goes somewhere.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Yeah, I've been here, I recall it. It was a defense against the undead menace. This was a smith's workshop or something. It was filled with fire traps, different sorts. It was designed to prevent them from coming from this direction. It's probably easier to go from the other direction to disarm all the traps. Yeah, that's gonna catch fire. Would that be a bad thing? It seems to be leaking here.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Yeah, I sort of guessed something like that would be going on here.
Soaked to the skin.
Yeah, it's either that or walk on fire again, the first time it roll as well. What is that? Tomato. I think we had another pie, like a fish pie. For God's sakes, just eat it. Intelligence, heal. So it won't heal much, but it'll help a little bit. I also have a cheese spread. I should eat them simply to learn the effects. Constitution and heal. Well, we're in good enough for shape and at this point, I guess. It's another mineral site. Guessing we need a pickaxe.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Explosive mine. Disarm. Is there a benefit to disarming versus just triggering it? Because that was our only disarming tool, which we used to gain what benefit exactly? I don't see it. The mines are also so weak, so almost anything will trigger them. I can just throw something on it. I don't even need to use a spell. I suppose the explosive version could have a fairly decent range. Ooh. Interesting. Traps upon traps. Everything's burning.
to get your feet wet.
What a deluge!
It's fairly a good combination with the Fire Wizard, though. I mean, you don't have to worry too much about trying to explode everything if you have someone who can put it out on demand. You do need something to stop the poison, I guess. Maybe not strictly speaking, though. We can always go gather up some trash and just throw it on there. Maybe something from our inventory might be more useful, like a bucket. I seem to recall I have quite a lot of those, or a branch. Auto save. Okay, where exactly are we sticking our nose into? Excellent. Unidentified antique wooden air wand. Unidentified fine leather armor. Good stuff. No one can identify it. I can pay someone to do it though. I'm gonna move the chest a little bit if I can. You probably have the strength to do it. Mining equipment. There's at least 3, I suppose, ore veins. I'm assuming that they're ore veins. But that means there has to be a smithy somewhere, otherwise they're sort of pointless. I have a lot of... I don't have any skill in smithing, but I seem to recall there being an item that boosted it at least a little bit. Or a trait. Everyone needs to repair their equipment anyway, so I think that's probably one of the more useful abilities we can take. As opposed to crafting. Crafting seems to be convenient in a lot of ways, but it doesn't seem at least at this point that it would be in any way a mandatory thing. If our good equipment starts to run out or get damaged to the point we can't use it, that's a big problem. Crap.
You see a shady-looking figure fishing coins of gold out of the muddy water that pools beneath the well overhead. His movements are quick and nervous, but nevertheless, he seems to enjoy stuffing what cash he can find into the many pockets of his shabby garb. So absorbed is he in his coin hoarding that at first he doesn't notice your presence. Suddenly, though, he pauses, looks up, and quick as a cat its talons, readies 2 daggers.
So he's a rogue of some sort. Oh there, fella. We don't mean you no harm. Tell me, what are you doing here?
Your friendly tone of voice has immediate effect. The man quickly relaxes his aggressive stance, sheathes his weapons, and pulls a quill and a scrap of parchment out of one of his pockets. Dexterously, he writes down a couple of phrases, then holds it out for you to read.
Okay, what do you offer for trade? Source Hunter's Bow. He seems to be a companion.
Mew, can't speak. You look professional. You the source hunter the wizard asked for?
Yes.
Excitedly, the man turns over the scrap and pens a few more lines. Name's Woolgraf. I admire you. No hero like source hunter. Sisil, dead end. Please let me join you.
If you'd like to join me, I need to know a bit more about you.
Wargraf nods enthusiastically and pulls a couple of ripped parchment pieces out from his vestments. Hastily, he covers them with words and pushes them in your hands, one after the other. Been mute since I was a kid. Sorcerers took my voice. People think I'm stupid. I'm not.
I sort of wonder if we could use the teleportation nexus to store companions. Basically, accept them into our group, take them there, drop them off. Because otherwise it's going to be a huge pain in the ass to try to even remember everyone we had or where they're located afterwards. If there's not some kind of concentrated central place for us to do that.
Get money, food where I can. Steal if I must. Not from poor folks. I'm a good sneak, good fighter, good with locks. See things you don't.
Yeah, I'm not taking Wolfgraf because I already have a female Wolfgraf in Scarlet.
Want to help you. I'm useful. Want to catch sorcerers. Make 'em pay. Please. Wargraf notices there's no room left in your party and shrugs his shoulders. Nothing he can do about that.
Yeah. I don't actually care about gold. It's not enough to matter anyway. So this is outside the city, isn't it? That's not good. Else we know we can get out of the city without having to deal with the gate guards or anything. That's actually something we should probably inform the Legion too. I want to visit the abandoned house that allowed us another way to access this place. We also need to go to the inn. There was some guy who wanted to tell us a story about the orcs and elves. Another one of those things that could prove very useful in the long run.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard?
It's you. Just the person to answer a question that's been knocking around my mind since our first meeting. Now then, you must tell me, what's the best way of getting you to leave me alone?
The likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Where is he? No, it's not him.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Look careful
That's
now.
us.
Bladorix! That! Ha! Quite under my spell, aren't you? Yes, my enfriending charm never fails.
It's not him. Okay, who are you?
Me? You mean you don't recognize me? Well,
you must live under a very large, very heavy rock, for I'm the finest wizard in Rivendell.
Never heard of you myself.
Yes, that is strange. Strange indeed. But it's a strange world we live in, isn't it? A strange and magical world, full of wonders and regionis regentum.
And what was that supposed to accomplish?
Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out indeed. If I'm as good as they say I am, you'll have sprouted a pair of long purple ears in the next hour. Ah, how I do love a tasty aubergine in summertime.
Okay, did the person actually come here or not? I didn't follow him immediately, so maybe he just... went somewhere else?
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torch.
Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play.
Tell me more about yourself.
My name is Eglandir Twilsalanar, elf of the House of Gandavum, the slaughtered House of Gandavum. But by the twin blades of the Shadow Vixen, I shall have my revenge. The walls of memory are stained with blood, and I would see them bloodier still.
Okay, what exactly do you want me to do? Do you have any loot? Thing worthy of my attention?
The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now, darkness, darling, hush, hush, and listen to my tale.
The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace. Oh yes, but one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more. All undone, every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazaldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Kazaldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its sanguine satisfaction after long, long last.
So my target would be Victoria, an orc girl.
Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand. the heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks.
The orcs of Gazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh, yes. By the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found.
Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Man-Eater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature, one of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumid womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow.
Victoria, librarian, daughter,
adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsucker, give me my revenge!
Right.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
the hunters go stalking in the night.
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime if she was but a babe at the time?
Indeed. Victoria probably doesn't even know about her past. And yet, she's on a, let's call him eccentrics, hit list.
By the filed teeth of
I'm not sure how this is forgiving, because it's exactly that. You're basically accusing a baby of something that their parents did. I object to it being about forgiveness because she hasn't done anything. Forgiveness doesn't really enter into it. We could unlock this. It also doesn't appear to be red, so I think you can probably just buy a room here. No need to do anything of the sort. Painting probably is valuable enough to buy another lockpick though. Ooh. That doesn't mean that everything I take here is somehow acceptable. Unidentified antique silver ring. Yeah, definitely. Everything pretty much is worth it when it comes to stealing stuff.
Nothing but rubbish!
Yeah, definitely worth it. Water essence, glass ruby. Unidentified outdated metal earth shaft, unified one coin. Definitely worth it. At the cost of maybe around... I don't actually recall what the cost of a lockpick is. It's basically nothing. Stolen from Ivat's Tavernier.
Soon the last will be beaten.
Okay, forgot about this guy.
Like the anvil
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Instruments.
Yeah, lockpick is 45 gold a single piece. Storm trap toolkits are much more expensive, although I really haven't encountered a situation where I could see the value being worth it. Do you identify things?
By the filed teeth of Suruma Soul Shredder, the end is nigh.
Okay, how much does identifying actually cost?
Comes a creeping for you, Victoria!
34 gold. Nope.
The hunters go stalking
Sort of don't want
in
to
the night.
do it.
By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it
I'd like to have
all.
the skill
End
myself.
it all in blood.
The ruby and the painting would allow me to buy the identification I need. That's pretty much it. I'll get a lockpick or two.
The last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
Probably want to inform the orc lady. I don't feel like I want to go on an assassin job. Feels totally unwarranted, and the guy, the elf, is clearly insane with the vengeance. What exactly can we do? Can I attach a rope to a well? I don't recall having too many ropes though.
Not in the mood for cheese. Their excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman bear.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Not in the mood for cheese. Their excuse is more holes than a
That thief is free for now, but I wonder how long it'll be until his growling belly seduces him back onto the crooked path.
I'm trying to reach the abandoned house. General store closed indefinitely. Okay, any way to detect new stuff? Right. Hopefully this if we approach the situation from this direction we can disarm the traps. Alternatively, I think they might be able to just open with switches and we go. Scarlet has taken key from Jahan using magic pockets. If any of your party members has an item that's required for you to progress, it will automatically be transferred from that inventory to it. Yeah, this is what I hope with the crafting system too. What is that? That's an anvil. You'd think we need to smelt something. Anvil is when we actually have iron bars, things like that, but ore doesn't transfer to iron bars automatically. We are also, though, missing a pickaxe. Toxic grenade. You got lucky find.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Explosive mine level 1. Hey, identifying glass. Not a good idea. Iron bar. This is probably the old smithy. So key. Here. Seems like there's some kind of trap here.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Oh shit. So there just triggers. Repair hammer. White fabric dye. Plate armor. Enough string. Fuck you. They have basically zero ability to deal with these revealed traps. We can easily get rid of this. Question is, do we really want to? I mean, we can go where the mines are, but what exactly would we gain from that? Well, we wouldn't have to go through these. No. I'll go and shut down this. Sort of looks like though that there isn't a good way to do it. But no matter what we do, it will trigger things. The only way would be to have someone here continually disable the trap itself.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Poison. Right. We try to go in there, we'll trigger the traps again. And it'll be shooting here. Yeah, it's very hard to come here from this direction. Not impossible by any means. Not a lot of trouble. Not sure if it's worth it. Okay, at least we know what this is all about. It's for the people who don't want to have luck, I guess. I take it.